Hey guys, what's up? This is RJ Game News USA here, back today with another video. And today, we're going to talk about this big breaking news that Giannis has been traded from the Milwaukee Bucks to the Miami Heat. I have the full breakdown of the trade, and I'm going to explain why the Milwaukee Bucks just absolutely destroyed the Miami Heat in this trade. So if you like this kind of content, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's jump right into it. So, make no mistake about it, I am a Boston Celtics fan. We were in heavy talks with getting Giannis, and based on what I'm seeing here, I don't blame the Bucks at all for going with the Heat's trade deal. To be completely honest, to me, it's Jaylen Brown for Giannis straight up. That's the only trade that made sense. Maybe another player here to offset something or whatever, or a pick here, maybe. But I would say just Jaylen Brown for Giannis. I can make the case right now, today, Jaylen Brown is better than Giannis. Yes, Giannis has been stuck on a bad team for a few years. He hasn't really done anything to elevate it. He should have been gone from the Bucks a couple years ago. Let's be honest. He got his one-off championship. He won at Milwaukee. He should have been gone a few years after that. There's been trades every year being rumored, just like there has been for Jaylen Brown. I thought, man, we could do trade for a trade here, player for a player. Let's just change it up, right? Milwaukee wanted more, and boy, did they get more. But at what cost? So, Miami was able to keep Bam Adebayo. So they will have Bam, and they will have Giannis. And in that trade, they also were able to acquire Bobby Portis. So, they got Giannis and Bobby Portis. And the Milwaukee Bucks got Tyler Hero, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Kel'el Ware, Kasparis Jakunis, a 2026 first-round pick, that's number 13 overall, which will be in the NBA draft tonight, the 2031 first-round pick, 2033 first-round pick, 2030 first-round pick swap, and a 2033 second-round pick. Now, some of these picks are way off in the future, and maybe the Miami Heat don't give a rip. Because other than the 2026 first-round pick tonight, the Bucks don't have to worry about losing a 27 pick, a 28 pick, or the Heat don't have to worry about losing a 27 pick, a 28 pick, and a 29 pick. And clearly, they're aiming to do something with this Heat team, with Giannis and with Bam. And to be honest, those are two really good players. And in today's NBA, two really good players could get you far, maybe. Especially in the East. Except, I don't think so. We see whole teams that are like just well managed as a team. And I know Eric Spoelstra's a good coach. But they're well managed as a team. They have deep benches. They have dynamic guards. That's the Knicks. Well, the Knicks don't have much of a deep bench, but the Knicks have dynamic guards and good defense on the perimeter. And they have perimeter players and guards. The Spurs are deep, and the Spurs have a perimeter, and they have defense. We know the Pistons are like that. We know the OKC's like that. All the teams that were like really successful, like, I mean, so I'm looking at this, and I'm like, did Giannis actually just go to a worse situation? I think he might have. Now, he may not care. Maybe he really genuinely thinks they can win a title. Maybe he just is just fine living on South Beach and getting no state income tax. Maybe they could lure in a nice free agent to really give this team a supercharged shot at winning a title. But I'm looking at this team, and I don't see it, man. I mean, the Bucks just a year ago were like a 4 or 5 seed before the Pacers knocked them off in the first round. And that's really when Giannis really wanted out. Obviously, last year, they really phoned it in. He may not be the player he once was. He might be on the decline. I'm just saying. Now, Bam has definitely emerged. But I'm looking at Miami Heat's current roster, and I don't see this. I don't see it. And then, like I said, if they don't win a title within the next 5 years off of this trade, then look at all these picks they're giving up in the early 2030s. They're going to regret this trade. And we get to what are the Miami Heat's chances of winning the title? Well, let's just talk the East. Because in my opinion, in the West, we know, I believe, the Spurs, OKC, possibly Denver, right? They're maybe Minnesota, maybe even the Lakers. These are better teams, right? Maybe the Rockets, if they know what to do, right? These are better teams than most of the teams in the East. But just talking the East, where do they stand? Well, they're not better than the Celtics. They're not better than the Knicks. They're not better than the Pistons. They're not better than the Cavs. Okay, so you're going to have to go on the road then, because you're going to be a 5 seed or lower, more than likely. Because those 4 teams seem like they would be your top 4 seeds. Because the Cavs, the Knicks, the Celtics, none of them really lost players. Some of them are going to be healthier even. Like the Celtics will have Tatum all year, right? So those 4 should be locked in the top 4. I don't know what order, but I'm just saying those 4 should be locked in the top 4. So then who's your 5 through 8? I mean, Charlotte was coming on strong towards the end of the year. The Pacers will have Halliburton back. The Bucks did just get better. DC's got the number 1 pick. But realistically, I think the ceiling for the Heat is the 5 seed. Maybe the 4 seed, but the 5 seed, I think. I don't see them as a contender. Orlando's there. I mean, Orlando's getting better every year. Philly's going to be a lot better, I think, because if they're healthy, I mean, that's always depends on Embiid, right? But, yeah, this Bucks team, I mean, I think their floor is play-in tournament. I do think they're play-in tournament material. They get in the play-in tournament even before they got Giannis. So I don't know, but I don't think this is the way, man. I don't. I think if Giannis was actually dead serious about winning a championship, he would have really demanded he wants to only go to Boston and really put the pressure on the Bucks to do that deal and just take Jaylen Brown. But he's with the Heat, so now he's going to have to be our rival, just like the Knicks are our rival. And then when we talk about the Bucks side of things real quick, the Bucks got 4 players and essentially 3 first-round picks, a pick swap, and a second-round pick. So, yeah, they're setting up their future. Obviously they're going to have to find a young star, possibly in the draft tonight, to build around. And they're a year or 2 away at least. And then if they start getting good earlier than scheduled, then they're going to get even better with all these picks in the early 2030s. I think the Bucks did well for themselves. You gave up 2 things, and you got back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things in return. Players and picks. So I think the Bucks won this trade. Anyway, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. But for now, this is RJ signing out. Have a good one.